What's up, guys? It's King Kaiju here. Sorry about the background noise. I'm kind of with some friends. But my friend L will be helping me with this one. So, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about the Mega Evolutions. First, we will start with Venusaur. I'm not exactly into competitive. However, I can think of some very strategic and good combinations. However, my friend Kaiser here is more of the competitive player.
I think I'll talk about this one. I use a Venusaur on one of my teams, Mega Venusaur. Really useful when you want to get, just stall out there, waste some of their PP, something like that. For example, it can learn Leech Seed, Toxic Synthesis, a perfect stalling combo, and then
it could
put in an attack move.
It could also be extremely useful in Sunny Day teams. And before you say Sunny Day could help fire types, let's look at its effect. Thick Fat. Fire and Ice type moves deal 50% less damage.
That's extremely useful, so it's only weak to two types, Psychic and Flying. Two types, especially Flying, that you're not commonly going to see in a competitive battling team. Next up, Mega Charizard X.
Probably the more preferred version over Mega Charizard X, statistically and aesthetically. Because, like, come on, this thing looks badass. And with a Dragon type, you could come up with amazing...
Anime reference here, if you guys have seen Fairy Tail, that totally reminds me of Ethnologia. But continue.
Yes. I can think of some very nice... I can think of some very nice setups with this. Let's look at its effect. Increases the power of the moves that make physical contact by 30%. That's a 0.3% extra damage. And let's look at its attack stats.
Again, sorry about the noise. I just can't get people to be quiet.
We have 130 attack. You could potentially get Outrage, Sunny Day, Dragon Dance, which could be extremely useful setup. For Sunny Day, that could boost up attacks like Fire Fang or Fire Slash. Or Fire Punch, I mean.
On the contrary, instead of putting Sunny Day in, you have Mega Charizard Y. Let's just continue straight into that. Oh, by the way, just look at the stats there. Really good for attacking.
Another thing, talking about Charizard X, combine Outrage, Dragon type, you get a Stab, that's about 0.2 more damage. Then you Tough Claws, so you're potentially doing...
Stab 0.5?
Yes, it is actually.
Yeah.
So you're actually doing
and then
double
you have
the
some
damage.
Pokemon who do like 2.
You're doing double the damage with Outrage. Anyways, make it Charizard X, the more
It
special
starts
attack.
with Drought. Instead of putting Sunny Day in your team, you put Drought and you already get a Sunny Day to start, which is really useful. Then you've got its massive special attack of 159. Also, its special defense of 115 look really solid. And Mega Charizard Y, not commonly used in battle, though should be very powerful. But again, its typing is something that goes against it. Fire Flying,
Stealth Rock could completely destroy
not
this
really
thing.
something you want on your team. And its aesthetics, no, just reminds me of a clipped wing Charizard.
Yes, Mega Charizard X is the way to go. Just because Stealth Rocks or honestly any rock type could just completely obliterate this Pokemon.
Well, next we have Mega Blastoise with the ability Mega Launcher. I think we should check that ability. What does it do?
I believe it does. You get extra damage with Aura.
Pulse and Aura attacks. That's right.
So basically,
it'll only help
Water
with
Pulse and
Pulse
Aura
on,
Sphere.
So it's not going to be very useful. It has a really solid defense of 120, a solid special defense of 115, and a special attack of 135. Its speed, though, 78, not really something you're looking at. You won't see Blastoise on many teams, on competitive teams. I don't even think
I believe it'd be more of a stalling type of Pokemon, but besides that, I cannot see this going into a competitive.
Especially when you have Mega Venusaur. The stall is nothing compared to that. But next we have probably the best Pokemon in speed and special attack in Megas. You got Mega Alakazam. Perfect ability in Trace. Just copies your opponent's ability. So perfect for countering like a Gliscor with Poison Heal who's using a Toxic Orb or something. Also...
and also, just saying, it could be quite useful for Pokemon who have Shadow Tag. Shadow Tag is usually on Ghost type of Pokemon.
Yeah.
And
like the next
both
one.
of them both Pokemon would have to be stuck in a combat, and you could just completely destroy a Ghost type with Psychic. Go on.
Okay, and you look at it, massive special attack and good speed. You got this one covered, really nice.
And if you're playing a lower tier and you're not allowed to use any of the Deoxys speed or Deoxys attack, it could be extremely useful. Its speed and special attack can rival both Deoxys speed and attack forms. And
Next, we go on to Mega Gengar. You probably won't see this on many OU teams. might deserve a spot, might not. Its special attack is one that can rival Mega Alakazam with 170. Its speed, 130, also rivaling Mega Alakazam. On its other stats, not too high, special defense being 95. Typing Ghost Poison, which is good, just like the usual Gengar. And Shadow Tag, good ability. It stops your opponent from escaping. Not too useful, but at times, if you switch Gengar in at the right time, it can be perfect.
Especially when your opponent has burn, paralysis, frozen, leech seed. Basically, those bunch of crap like that.
Okay. Well, next, Mega Kangaskhan. You probably hate this if you do competitive battling. There's one reason why. Do you know about this one, Hasib?
Yes, its effect is that, for example, let's say I use Bullet Punch or Mega Punch, basically punch attacks. I would deal the full damage with the big Kangaskhan, and then the little baby Kangaskhan from its pouch would deal 0.5 amount of damage. So in one attack, you're doing 1.5 damage, 150% damage. And if you couple that with its attack stat and speed, which is fairly good actually, it could become a devastating Pokemon that you would not want to face.
Next we got Mega Pinsir. Ability Aerolate, which basically turns all normal type attacks to flying. Not something you see on many OU teams, but it's very good for a bug type team. It could be rivaled by Mega Heracross, but for now, Pinsir, very good attack at 155, solid defense at 120, and a speed of 105. Make us perfect. Its moveset is quite good, but again, it is a bug flying type. You're not going to get too much there. So,
and if you prefer to play on your Nintendo DS system, this is an X exclusive. So, if you have Pokemon Y, you will have to, of course, trade with a friend or somebody over the network. And I believe this should be good for the first part. In the next part, we're going to be going over Mega Gyarados, Aerodactyl, Mewtwo X, Mewtwo
here, let's
Y.
finish off with Gyarados and then stop there.
Mega Ampharos, Mega Scizor, Mega Heracross, Houndoom, Tyranitar, Blaziken, Mega Gardevoir, and basically a bunch of other crap.
But let's do Gyarados just to finish off. I think we have the time. Ability, Mold Breaker. Very good. It cancels out other abilities, really useful. Typing Water Dark, not two types that you've seen together very often. I think Sharpedo, Carvanha were Water Dark. Its attack is good at 155. Bad speed, I would have expected more. Defense at 109 and special defense at 130 look really solid. But Mega Gyarados is one of those Pokemon you're not going to find on your team. One thing about it, if you look at its aesthetics, they just changed its stomach from white to black as the significant difference. I don't really like that, so let's just leave it at that.
And thanks for watching, guys.
So we'll see you next time.